And right now, we're off to Toronto's Mattamy Athletic Center with Bruce Rainey.
The hottest player in the sport of curling is Winnipeg's Jennifer Jones, winner of 25 straight games of curling. Looking for a 7th Players' Championship, there is Satsuki Fujisawa, the Olympic bronze medalist, one of the best teams to watch in the game, looking for a player's title of their own. It's quarterfinal Saturday from Toronto. It is the crown jewel of the Grand Slam curling season, the Players' Championship, and the title to which every team would like to lay claim. 12 teams began the week with the dream, only 8 remain. The quarterfinals from one of the most legendary sport arenas in the country. The Players' Championship 2018 on CBC. And as promised, there is the marquee Maple Leaf Gardens, now home to Ryerson University. The cash box on Carleton, coined by Dick Beddoes years ago, referring to hockey. Instead, on the ice today, taking center stage, 2 of the best curling teams in the world. Team Fujisawa from Japan, the Olympic bronze medalist, against the red hot Jennifer Jones team from Manitoba. From high above the level of play, Bruce Rainey with my Olympic friends from Pyeongchang, Joe McCusker, Mike Harris. Joan, there is hot and then there is scorching hot. Jennifer Jones is as hot as we have seen in this sport in maybe 2 or 3 years right now.
Absolutely. 25 games, and that covered a world championship. Scotty's Tournament of Hearts was the last time that Jennifer lost a game, and that was in the round robin. Here in the world final, shots like this became routine. She has continued on that great shot making here. She beat Anna Hasselberg in that world final. She has beat everyone here so far.
We mentioned 25 straight now. Satsuki Fujisawa, Mike, and her team play with such unbridled joy, and they were so good at the Olympic Games in Pyeongchang. What do they bring to this matchup?
Well, besides being extremely entertaining, fun to watch, they're super talented. They started this event 3-1, lost their last round robin game to Silvana Tiranzoni, but it was kind of a meaningless game for them, other than the fact they drew Jones here in the quarterfinals. But this was her last shot at the Olympic Games, throwing it into the top 4. For they left Eve Muirhead a tough shot to win the game, but wouldn't happen for Eve, and it was the first Olympic medal ever for Japan. And the celebration, as you said, the joy was very evident there. And this is a really great team. I'm looking forward to a battle, and I don't think they'll be intimidated by Jones.
25 straight, though, could intimidate some. The featured matchup today, one of 4 quarterfinals. 3 others to talk about. For that, we head ringside. Here is 5-time Players Champion Kevin Martin.
Well, thanks, you guys. What an international field we have here today. 6 out of the 8 teams here in the quarters aren't from Canada, 2 from the U.S. Quite amazing.
Championship always brings out the best teams in the world. 2 of them set to go head-to-head. Fujisawa and her mates from Japan against the legend, Jennifer Jones of Canada. Stay tuned. First rock coming up. Bring us inside, which is not a bad thing. Here are the teams that are playing today in this quarterfinal. Fujisawa from Japan features a couple of sisters at lead and third, and the very charming, affable skip, Satsuki Fujisawa. The boy, their task is a tough one today. It is Team Jennifer Jones, the recent and reigning world champions. There they are. Jill Officer wrapping up her final season with the team, and this team is just completely on fire. First end action, we have lead rocks in play here in our featured quarterfinal. Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Bruce Rainey, Joe McCusker, Mike Harris with Kevin Martin providing updates today.
We started off with a center guard, and then Jennifer Jones asked Dawn McEwen to come around, came deep, and then a freeze. And now this is Dawn's second rock.
Good.
And game on.
Dude, I thought that was... ちょっとこっちから見えてんだけどね。あ、そこちょっとこっちから見えてるんだって。どっちでもいいよ。ウェイト測ってる方でいいよ。お、こっちにしようかな。ちょっともうね、1本目だもんね。
Ice has been good. Play either turn in here.
Well, and we know that this team from Japan likes to play the soft weight game. They don't beat teams by getting a lead and defending. They keep a lot of rocks in play, and they've been very successful with that strategy. Very aggressive.
A nice bend here late. Right to the yellow. These two teams have only met twice previously. And Jennifer Jones has won them both, a record of 2-0.
Yeah, come in one more. Full 8. 1375? Yeah. She tapped the hair. Late? Mine's good. Full 8. Looks light to me. Halfway. Hard. Oh, I really got out there. We passed the red. Decide it. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Little pass. Whoa! Little pass. Whoa, Dawn. Good. Go.
Just got a maybe different path there, but Jones still lying shot stone with the hammer. I think this plays into Team Japan's hands.
I agree. Tremendous amount of curl on this side of the ice.
As you look at Team Japan, the tallest player on the team, Mike, the tallest is 5'1". They are a diminutive bunch, 4'9" to 5'1", and yet generate when they need to as much power as they need.
Correct, and there's a lot to be said for, we've done a lot of studies on sweeping, and speed of brush is equally effective as downward force. So they certainly, I think, would lean more towards the speed side of the equation, but technically also very, very good sweepers. Again, you don't have to look any further than Caitlin Laws, too, on Team Jones. She's not the tallest player either, but she's a fantastic sweeper.
She towers above Team Fujisawa.
Heavy, actually. You're never going to get to this. You're heavy, no.
So Jill's first one comes up a little bit light. She's throwing a similar path. And this one, of course, gliding a little bit better. Hang on. 4-second shot, I'm not sure. Very close.
Well, every rock can play here.
Looks like first and second, doesn't it?
Hard to tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to make that back one count, however. That's one of Jill Officer's.
Shinami Yoshida, sister of the lead, Yorika Yoshida.
Good looking shot here.
Beautiful touch. Right to the side of shot stone. May even be shot now. What a great shot. Wonderful. Great sweeping.
I said both teams playing this path several times. Just need to take enough ice for that path because it'll curl really hard at the end.
Probably just stay right there, but that's okay. At least it's ours. Heel. Which one am I hitting? As thin as we can. Okay.
So trying to open things up now for Caitlin Laws.
No. That's fine. Good. Nice shot, Caitlin. Good.
Yeah, much better moving all three rocks.
Even spun another one into the rings. Hard to make that one count at this point, but good result.
I think anybody who watched the Olympic semi-final between Japan and Korea, that was the best curling game I think I've seen all year. And Fujisawa was just so strong in that and so clutch deep into that game and beaten by the smallest of margins. But what a great result for Japan at the Olympics, Joan.
And they played so very well. Got stronger as the week went on. And again, like I said, played aggressively. These were not simple shots that they were attempting. It was very impressive of run. And as we saw in the bronze medal game, Eve Muirhead decided she didn't want to mix it up with Fujisawa. Decided that she needed to play her strength, but was unable to make her last shot.
Low scoring game it was, yeah.
Team Japan, Fujisawa, ends up with the bronze medal. How exciting. Playing the guard here now.
Not a great translator with the Team Japan here, but it appears that they believe their shot stone from the indication, and certainly the strategy would indicate that as well. Protect that right side of the sheet. And Jones really can't afford to do much up the middle here because of that red stone at the top 4 foot. If that ever gets opened up, certainly you'll see Fujisawa play a tap and lie 2 top of the button. So, nervous times here for Jones.
You know, we could try this.
Even if we just get it to
there. Oof. She can play at this, but I think this is our better result.
Yeah, so I don't know if...
Even if we get it to come back and move, like unlock those, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Really thin.
Quarter, it's pretty close, yeah.
So playing this double peel, and as you heard, not that concerned if the second guard comes back down to the center line.
Yeah, so trying to hit it thin, and if it comes back and maybe could clip that out, would be okay. Just want to make sure they have a chance to score here late in the end. Nice thing for Caitlin, she just threw this shot up this spot, so we'll know what she's looking at.
I did say yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Just picks it clean. Well, the chance is there for Fujisawa. If she wants to hit that red on the nose, she could lie 2, plus there'll be 1 right in front. She could also guard. Danger of coming into the rings is you could end up leaving some sort of double for Jones and open up the scoring area.
This is tempting, though, to tap this top redstone back if she knows the spot, comfortable with the ice. She's guarding.
If she believes she shot stone, this is a good call. Because Jones has to be really careful. Fujisawa did have a win earlier in this event against Anna Hasselborg. So beat the Olympic gold medalist earlier. Very hard-fought game. Looks about perfect. Well done.
Even if I tap it here, but even if I freeze and just unlock it an inch, I've got to run back.
Yeah.
Or then I might have something better off this one.
Sure.
And if I chip the guard, it's not the end of the world, right? So like back 4.
Yeah, you just want to like make it
back
so that it's
button.
touching back button. You don't want to bounce off,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Freeze tap is the call.
Great.
I'm just going to try to come in here with
Or do you like running the guard straight back?
just lightweight and see if she can actually nudge this
Into
yellow
this
just to unlock it, she said,
Yeah.
and stay corner frozen.
I don't mind that.
Thinking about running the guard now.
Danger here, of course. You hit this a little on the outside. You could end up leaving Japan line 2 in the forefoot and throwing. Just has to be precise. Not sure a whole lot of good can come out of this, actually.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this call.
Close.
Good.
She goes, clears out 2 reds.
Yeah, better than it was.
To roll it more.
Good, Jen. Nice shot, Jen.
To roll it here more.
So runs his back, leaves her shooter there, which she may need on her next shot.
Probably the best call here for Team Fujisawa would be to guard that yellow. That's the danger shot right now for Jones. Or come in there. That's another way to take it away as well. Corner freeze, but you simply guard the yellow. I'm not sure what Jones would have.
She would be able to tap back her own.
2点何あるこの状態でこれ
Yellowstone, that second shot, she could come in and give it a little tap for one on the in-turn.
これタップできると思う
こうねロングガードだから
あ全然できる当たっちゃうとこれが1になって2点になっちゃう逆に
タップは全然できると多分開いちゃうと結構危ないよね、
結構危ない
うんドローの方がいいと思うで前になってもいいかなテストはついちゃった
今ねこれギリギリね赤が1なんだ
You just don't want to make the tap for Jennifer Jones. You don't want to move that yellow by mistake. So it's hard to be precise enough with this freeze.
よかったら突っ張っていいか一緒でいいと思う
And you know if you don't get to the center line, we'll leave that yellow run back for Jones. She'll probably take it on. Don't think there's a big risk of giving up more than 1 if you're Jones by running that yellow back.
Yes, I agree.
3ぐらいにはなるかなって思う
If this is missed. If you get, of course, she gets into the top
through it.
forefoot, there is.
Depending where she is
いいよライオンライオンウェイトだけ
Sweepers think it's heavy.
いや早いよ早いけどいや当てたくないよ
Plan B was...
Going to make the top 4, I think.
Yeah, that's not great.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Way easier. I think you can go off the 1 or the 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Just can't. It's hard to dead stick ours. So that same ice is close, I think,
Yeah,
eh?
I think so.
Gonna play the run back
Yeah,
again.
I don't think there's any danger in playing this the run back.
In fact, there's a pocket there. So it's actually made quite a bit easier by that throw. And this would be for 3.
Yes, get the back Yellowstone on the forefoot would count on this run back double.
So to get 3, you just catch this outside one first, and then the shooter comes over and gets that one. If you hit the other red first, you'll probably kill the one at the back of the forefoot. But it's still for 2. And so I don't think you can hurt yourself by playing this. Guess if it over curls, could be trouble.
Well, the final stone of end number 1, Jennifer Jones with a difficult shot to score multiple points here. Sweepers on it.
Oh, got unlucky. Spun back up. I don't know, it might only be 1.
I think it's only 1. It's very close.
Major, yeah, major.
1 for sure, and talking measure. That was unlucky to spin up that way. Still might be 2.
I don't think so. I think it's 3.
Let's see replay.
I'll defer to you.
A little spin back up at the end was her nemesis here. Right there.
Actually glanced off her own. Had she not touched her own yellow, would have been fine.
Just curled up a little bit if she could have come off the other red one first. Easier.
Just pass the 2? Yeah.
Red?
It's red.
So just one. So much for the feeling out process. Rocks in play in end number 1. Hopefully an aggressive game coming up. Jones and Fujisawa through one end. Here at the former Maple Leaf Gardens. Rocks in play here, second end.
Shocker. After that first end, just about 12 or 13 rocks to play at the end of that end. And fun for us anyway.
It's fun for us, that's right. And I think for Jennifer Jones, she's always said that she was never one to run up and down the sheet and blank on purpose, that she likes to have rocks in play. She feels it's a team strength. It's worked for them over the years.
Grand Slam events employ what is called the 5-rock rule, coming to curling next year. All over the place. And Mike, if ever a feature has deserved a sponsor, it's you drawing how the 5-rock rule can work.
Well, late in the game especially, typically if you have a lead, you throw your first one into the top 8 foot, then the team with hammer will throw a corner guard. You bring another one into the rings here. Second corner guard gets played, and with the 4-rock rule, you can immediately start to peel these off, and it really becomes difficult to score more than 2 points. With the 5-rock rule, however, you cannot play the hit, and often we see a third guard, and it just gets really messy, and all of a sudden, 3 is definitely in play coming home, and certainly 2, you almost always have a shot for 2 at the end of the end. So it's a change that was implemented here at the Grand Slams first. And now, as you said, Joan, the 5-rock rule next season has been adopted by the World Curling Federation, so all major events will be using the 5-rock rule.
Makes for interesting strategy, Bruce, because there's times that you have that lead and you still need to maintain aggressiveness because you can't peel those guards off early. It gets messy, so you need to change gears, and it makes it very, very entertaining for both the players and the fans.
Now, we actually heard a conversation earlier today with in our men's quarterfinal that John Epping was playing Kevin Cooey. John Epping is 1 down playing the 7th end, and he said, we want them to score 1 here so that we have the hammer coming home. And in the 4-rock rule, you would never hear that. You would never want to concede a point to your opponents to be 2 down, because in the 4-rock, it's just so difficult against these top-level teams to generate offense. So the 5-rock rule has totally changed that, and it's a welcome change for the athletes, for sure. The athlete-driven change that's been adopted by the World Curling Federation.
Is the next natural change 10 to 8 ends?
Yes, absolutely.
You'd vote for that if you had a vote?
I'm really hoping perhaps people at the World Curling Federation might do that, because it's an absolute need for this game.
I want to bring in Kevin Martin now. He's watching the other sheets. This is a Pinty's update. Kevin.
Well, you see the 2 yellow stones behind the corners. The last one was just a really nice in-turn come around by Jamie Sinclair, forcing now Anna Hasselborg into an in-turn draw. Now, there hasn't been a whole lot of draws on this side of the sheet, so it's a bit of uncharted territory. So left with a tough draw here into the full 8 foot. Sweepers have went on this thing right from the start. Now softening the sweeping a little bit. Looks really nice.
Nice to see Anna back. Yes.
Nice shot. 1-0. Team Hasselborg after 2.
And if you missed that bit of news, she didn't play yesterday. She wasn't feeling well at all, and they had to play with 3 players.
They did, and I'm not sure what caused it. A little bit of flu, a little bit of maybe bad lunch. We're not sure what it was.
Yeah, we're not sure, but she was sick, very sick.
And they won without her.
Sarah McManus did a nice job taking over skipping, and the 3 players managed the game very well.
Sarah McManus saying afterwards she was really nervous skipping.
Yeah, she
did a good job.
Yeah, she's such a good player, right? Makes a lot of shots, and the team can help her with how they want to call.
There's a lot on the line. We've got the bonus cup that is being played for right now. And for those of you not familiar with that, that is a season-long series based on all the Grand Slams. Jennifer Jones has won the bonus, the first place in the bonus cup. She's $75,000 guaranteed on top of what she wins this weekend. But second place certainly up for grabs. And Anna Hasselborg in that mix. Einarson's in that mix. Tiranzoni in the mix there as well. And Chelsea Carey that was the game that Hasselborg had to play with 3 by knocking Carey out of the playoffs. Chelsea now was in second place, but she will be passed by a number of teams. It's a big game. This could be
right through the ports.
Oh,
my.
hard to do.
It's going to be tough to score here now. Getting late in the end here now. What a mess.
Shinami getting the break that she needed with a misplaced stone by Caitlin Laws, but not able to take advantage. So now Team Jones able to block this side up. Line 3, all in front of the tee line.
Halfway. Keep it out there. You want 4 feet? You want 4 feet? Not there. Okay, whoa, stop. Hard clean. Halfway, high. Hard clean. Jill. Just high, just over. WFG. Needs to stop. Okay. Still there. Okay.
Thought it was way out there.
Yeah.
Really.
That overcurled. There's still a chance for that top double. Might be worth playing here. I know Fujisawa's thinking.
You might want to open it up though too.
Right, open it up.
It's your third last stone, your last chance to peel something out front. Double peel those.
If you make the double, you're probably only in danger of a steal of 1. That's the only good news. Or we could just draw to the side of the button through this tiny port.
Just to see how much room you have past that guard. You see how difficult that shot is because the guard is still in the line of path for the double. Looking to play this soft.
The freeze is the call, actually, but how difficult is that, coming through that port with draw weight for second shot?
Tsunami Yoshida being called upon here for a very delicate shot.
And dire consequences if she doesn't make it now. Jones will throw another guard and block this path completely up.
The line's in the ballpark here. How's the weight? Look at this shot. Is it going to get through? Wow. What a shot. Pretty good. Leaves a little short run back for Jennifer, though, however. Like I said, could be worse once things stop.
Yeah, it's even if we basically crotch it, right?
Yeah. I think this will curl.
Okay.
So there with a 9.
You got it.
So a short little angle for Jennifer Jones to continue to lie 3.
All right. 9. I think this will move. You guys? I think you could sweep.
What does she mean by 9, Joan?
Hog to hog, it's a takeout weight.
We're only trying to hit.
So it's kind of a normal takeout weight for arena ice. So that means that she's not going to throw it very soft. She's a little bit afraid that it might overcurl in this spot.
The Boost comparison brought to you by Boost. Be up for it with Boost.
Well out there. Looks okay, though. Will it curl?
Yeah, made the move.
Very good.
Good, Jen.
Make sure it didn't curl. Sorry.
She said, I made sure it didn't curl, meaning she was positive and with firm weight.
Like we could hit like a third, fifth third.
But that was the tolerance for that shot to make it.
Got that there. That's no problem.
Wow. That stone is top button and impossible to get out. I like this call by Fujisawa just to get second shot. Leave herself. If she can get second shot, might leave herself something on the in-turn on her last. If she doesn't get second shot, however, Jones is going to just take away that in-turn draw and could be a multiple steal again in the mix. What a mess.
Still cleaning up from that stone that came back and blasted the hack.
Shoot, if I don't kick that, what does she do? Like if I...
The difficulty here for Satsuki is coming to this other side of the sheet again. Every time that you leave that side for a number of rocks, it'll get heavier.
Room was way out in the 12-foot here.
Got to go to get by the one at the top of the 8-foot here.
But as I said, is grab the curl early and won't even get a third shot. Fourth shot.
As Mike Harris likes to say, trouble.
Good to be yellow right now. I think Jennifer Jones, if I was Jen, I would block off the in-turn
If I
to
go
score.
here, it's almost a guaranteed steal.
Yeah, I have to go full.
I mean, just a steal of one, right? Like, she can score here.
Yeah.
Do you like that better? Probably.
I like it.
Even if I'm here.
Yeah. And if it's good, then we'll.
How much
Well
heavier?
thought out.
Oh,
If you
this
block the
far?
other side, you're going to
Probably
leave this
6 feet?
in-turn
Even if I'm throw guard.
Yeah.
for
Six, you
Fujisawa
think?
to get
I think this far.
one.
Yeah, would be my guess, but
If you go to the other side, which you'll let her play
You
the
guys
second draw in the
She has
same
a different
path,
draw to
she may be
score.
able to hold them to
The easiest way
one.
to cut us down to 2 is to draw down to that back, or to cut us down. Like,
oh yeah, to draw to that back
I
line.
like this draw. I like the intern.
this is almost a guaranteed steal.
Yeah, I like it. You
How
want
much
to be half
heavier
in the
do you
fourth?
think, though?
Pardon me.
How much? Do you think that's too much?
Like, are we trying to go here? I think you could probably take.
Well, I don't. Even if I'm in the house, there's no real triple.
No. So yeah, I like
Yeah.
less. This is more like my path then, so it's not bad. It's pretty.
This is less. This is more ice than you had by about 3 inches.
I think this should be fine, this speed here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Did Caitlin not throw hers?
I thought it was, whole way down, I thought it was top 4, so I would.
No, her guard.
Oh,
Her
that
guard.
one.
Well, she was way up.
Yeah,
she
no,
was further
it's
up.
still good. It was. I think it's fine.
She
here.
just didn't throw it.
Yeah.
So Fujisawa's already
I'll let you know the line.
counting
It's
on
kind of
throwing
a
the same
line
shot she threw
You
on
get it
her
full four,
first.
if you got good line, that'd be great.
Just hoping Jen doesn't come full 4-foot.
The only thing that Jennifer can't do is be heavy. Come just behind the button.
Right, that would be
Too loud.
disastrous. Yes.
Anything else in front would be a success here.
12 foot. Okay, well, just tight. Just tight.
This over curls, there might be a shot for one if she wants to take it on. This is going to disappear. There is a shot for one there if Fujisawa isn't even looking at it. She's just going to throw the same shot and happily concede a single here.
You see the in-turn to the side of the button, though, huh?
It's there.
Yeah, for sure
Chinami
it is.
threw it on hers. But like quite often, you take one you know.
And this is, in reality, this is a draw with backing just to give up the one.
Much easier shot.
So mentally, you feel like you have some options.
同じだったら2個が上げればいいじゃん。もうちょっと上げた方がいい？
So the guess here is how much better will the second rock travel on that same
1個上
path?
げればでもスイープで。何度？ちょっと結構したわ。待って。
Final stone here of N2, trying to limit damage. Satsuki Fujisawa. Is it heavy?
Well, starting to come back in here.
Yep.
Oh, this is a very good shot. Very nice.
As you said, Joan, a draw with backing, limit the damage, and a steal of one. So through 2 ends of play here, Jennifer Jones with a 2-0 lead over Satsuki Fujisawa. Situation of her game shortly with Kevin Martin. First, though, back to our feature game, Jennifer Jones and Satsuki Fujisawa. 2-0 Jones through 2. steal in 2, and Fujisawa maintaining hammer here in 3.
If there was ever a happy steal of 1, that was it.
A happy steal? Yeah, I think that was a happy steal. What a great shot by Satsuki Fujisawa. She had to be very brave. You're looking at
Probably means we can hit it early.
3 counters. You got to throw it wider and heavier than your last draw, and it worked out beautifully.
狭いか。おお。ウェイト待てれば。履くならっていいの。チナだな。オッケー。履かなくても大丈夫そう。ああ、でも今ねウィッグになるんだ。ウェイトはね割といいよ。やっ。あ、いい。
Pretty nice. Hanging on that center line guard for the longest time before it made a move.
I know, I just thought maybe you'd want to play hack instead of bumper. How am I doing? Bumper? Solid bump. Solid. It's like what size? You got it. It's a curl.
Tochil's going to chase this red stone.
This side. Hard then. Gotta go. Whoa. Yes. Huh? Light. Hard. Hard. Oh, we just got by. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Absolutely
12. Sorry.
shaved the guard. Great brushing to save that stone. It looked like it had a ton of room, and all of a sudden a big turn. Wow.
I didn't mean to throw that light.
Yeah, she was looking for a little bit more weight for bumper. Ended up being about hack.
Looks like Fujisawa's playing the other hit on the other one and try to roll behind the corner guard. Let's move off this corner guard first.
Does not.
So struggling early in the ends here. And 2 and 3.
Actually, the opposite turn, of course, we saw the big swoop with Jill's on the out turn.
Yeah, it's either that or we
So you know that the in turn would have to work up that hill a little bit.
Yeah. T-line. Back 4. Back 8. Back 4. Line's tight. Back 4. You got room if you're heavy. Back 4. Back 8. No, off. Close. Yep. Yes. Hard. Keep it on the nose. Go.
Pretty nice.
Let's bring Kevin Martin in now for a Pinty's update. Kevin.
Well, it's a wide in-turn draw. So you see the 2 yellows behind the corner. They're not sure who's shot. They kind of think the yellow one on the tee line might be closest, but they're not positive. So there's nothing that Silvana can do other than play a very wide in-turn draw into the 4-foot and then measure a whole bunch of rocks and see what happens. So that's the plan. But the sweepers have not put a brush down on this yet. It's looking a little deep. It is too deep. So they have a quick look, and it's for sure a steal of 1. They end up having to measure, and it's a steal of 2. So a huge miss by Silvana, and 3-0 for Eve Muirhead.
All right, Kevin Martin keeping an eye on that game in this one. A 2-0 lead for Jones, and a second straight end of clawing back for Fujisawa.
Yes, Yumi Suzuki made a double to get her that lonely red stone in position.
No. What happened to that? Sorry.
That was badly overswept, and Try and hit that on the other side, obviously, and
Just too strong.
big break. We're just too strong, says Jill. Definitely overswept.
Just misread that spot as
That's
well.
that straighter
straight spot. There's a straight spot over there. Gotta be really careful.
これ丸見えだよね。
ちょっとね。
入れづらい。
なんつった？地球？
I'd be tempted just to hit one here, and I know she's going to try to split, but you could just hit the one on the right-hand side. Very difficult double for Jones. Always, you try these splits, you almost inevitably leave a double back.
Feeling like, though, they have a chance, though, to put some pressure on Jones for the first time in a while since the first end.
Yeah, this is the only way to possibly score 3 if they can make this, but
It needs to, like, come across the face.
gotta get by the guard.
Looking hard to get it by.
And now just a straight draw.
あ、ごめん。みんな戻って。ちょっとセット足りないかい。ちょっとね。
Here. Or same here.
Good sweeping again. Again, nice that she's lying too, but again, you see that yellow on the right-hand side. That's such an easy little run back for Jen. It's going to be tough to score 2 with these stones where they are now. Still hoping for a bit of a miss.
So Caitlin Laws bringing down her hit weight because that first one running so straight.
Gotta go. That's what I thought her first one would do. Tough one, Caitlin.
Good.
Okay. Oh, guys, that was an 11.
Oh, wow.
I feel like the first one was a little.
Sorry, that's what I thought your first one would do.
Was my first one quiet?
A little bit quiet, yeah.
Okay.
Close, like
We have a
9-8.
Twitter question we want you to consider today as you watch this quarterfinal matchup. With the team changes coming next season and the changes that come really every Olympic quadrennial, is a dynasty these days in curling even possible anymore? Yes or no? We'll get let this end play out and come back next end and get your thoughts, Joan and Mike.
Need to think about that one.
Yep. Didn't want to rush you.
Thanks. Well, nice attempt here to come around and try to lie 2 buried. Challenge here is if they don't get it in there, there is going to be a little short run back for Jones. So that was just a dangerous stone to leave.
Could have played on this one. You could have played the hit and roll on the top yellow, take away the angle.
I'm surprised actually Jones is not playing the short run back here. Chance to lie 3.
Me too.
He was pretty patchy, eh?
I had a good time on hers that shot rock. Like
The
a
run
4-2.
looks very easy, very tempting.
Gotta get it by. Sweep for the full 4.
Okay.
She always has it on her last.
Close. Line's good.
4 foot.
Make it good, guys.
4 foot T line. Real. Line's good.
Real.
Where? Don't need to back button. No then.
Back 4.
Line's perfect.
Stay with
You
it.
come down a little now.
No.
Still to it.
Right to it.
Post on
All to
post.
it. Yep.
Yep.
Get it there.
Good shot.
Very nice.
That traveled better than I thought. Sorry.
Shot, eh?
That is a very good draw there by Jennifer Jones. That is a lonely red on the side of the button.
Pretty good.
Good shot.
Just well judged
Come on.
多分相手これやってくる
by Don McEwen and Jill Officer.
したらちょっとハーフにでもハーフ見せたら相手あるねこれに多分相手必ずこれはやってくるんだよね
結構今の難しくなってるね。こうなる可能性もあるもんね。 ある。うんうん。シナが今ここ。
ちょっと取るか。
ね。
ウェイトは、56、ちなみにさ、ちょっと落としてたじゃん。あれよりも滑ると思う。もうなんか落ち着いてる感じ。幅取った？幅同じ。あ、よりちょっと取ってる。ちょっと取ってるんだったら同じような感じかなと思うけど。最後の曲がりがすごいんだよね。
So just looking for the freeze.
幅取ったのは重かったわけじゃ
Down
な
to
い。
the top for the
あ、結構
forefoot.
落としてはいた。
さっきぐらい
Protect
か。
their
さ
point.
っきの1エンド目。
This needs to be made well, or Jones is going to play that little run and be looking at 4
Millimeter high.
with really no easy way into the button.
1エンド目にどれほど滑ってるか。
早くてさ、ちょっとポンってなっちゃったじゃん。あれぐらい滑ってる。
あれよりは滑ってないじゃない。
滑ってない気がするな。
1個ぐらい。
ベラいいよ、ベルだけ。ナイス。ちょっと待てそう。ちょっと早いかな。ちょっと早い。どこまである？7、8。8にするわ。8。あ、上通してきた。6。
Line's okay.
7。
Just don't want to move these very far.
7、6。上だよ。6。
Oh, this could be bad too if you leave a nose hit for Jones. That wouldn't be so good.
Well, it's buried underneath that
Just enough, I think.
center guard by a little ways.
Playing this because she can't get 2.
Oh yeah, that's true. If I just play half.
まだ伸びてる。っていうか、
Jones looking at that short angle
That's
that
true.
you talked about, Mike.
Then,
I
I
guess
mean,
maybe
then she's
she
got a
could
really
fly
easy
it,
one. Oh, I guess if I stick it here, it's hard. It's a hard one, right?
Yeah. No matter you guard and just give them one, but
Probably. She's got this hit and roll. It's hard though.
but if sit right there. I don't know if it's being greedy or I don't want to waste too much time.
If I throw this, it's just if I ever did that, that's terrible. And I don't know the ice to take for quite a weight. Like I know how to
Yeah.
the ice for hard.
Do they have anything with no risk, like
They can wham that in there
for
too.
2?
I don't
And
see.
then the red, yellow, 3. But that's risky,
Yeah.
I guess, kind of.
Do you like the guard?
I don't mind it.
Okay. Go way out there.
Oh, here?
Yeah, I think so.
There's a couple of opportunities for Jones to really put some pressure on here, but going to block the draw for 2.
So this is the shot that Mike was
You guys
talking
like?
about, but this is available to both teams. For Jennifer, it would be to hit that stone. For
I think it's a hard draw.
Fujisawa, it would be
I
to
agree.
try to double off on
Play
that.
this tap, Caitlin.
This?
Yeah, I like that.
Coming back to that shot.
Kind of weight. What kind of weight?
I think you just throw it hard and hit it near the nose. You come off
I
your
think
own
this
yellow
intern
as
draw
well.
is going to be hard anyway.
Okay.
She touches that red, like she could easily give us one.
Yeah.
Thinking just back line. Just onto theirs to here.
Okay.
But I have to kill it, right?
Yeah. Hack.
Okay. I just got to make sure my shooter's there because she does. Well, actually, theirs is in the way. Yeah. There with solid hack.
Okay.
Another Pinty's update. Let's bring in Kevin Martin.
Well, this is a really well played end by Team Anderson, and all the hard work looks like it has a chance of paying off. It's an in-turn hit and stay in the rings to regain the lead. It's been back and forth. Both teams playing pretty well, so these are important shots. Try to get your 2s when you can. Rock's curling quite a lot, but well swept. So 2 points. 4-3 lead now in this back and forth battle here on sheet D.
Thank you, Kevin. Back on sheet C. Here's this raise being played, yellow to yellow.
It's over curling.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Now, it doesn't make it any worse. There's still a very difficult draw for Zhu here. And hear Jennifer Jones say that if over curls a bit and taps the red onto the yellow, it could give up a steal as well. So this is a tough draw. With the amount of curl, this guard actually is in play because they'll have to be coming in so wide in order to get it into the button. That red guard is certainly, if it wasn't there, it'd be a much simpler shot.
That other one, yeah. It's like we take out that one, like, yeah.
Well, here it is, final stone of this third end. Every end has been intriguing thus far. A lot of rocks in play. And Fujisawa trying to make a really precise shot here for a multiple score.
You make this one, you know, this is like a 1 in 15, 1 in 20 maybe. This is really tough. Tough to get the line right. In the ballpark.
Has to stop.
Good effort there, but too much weight.
One red. Exchanging singles here. A 2-1 lead through 3 ends. Jennifer Jones over Fujisawa.
Sorry.
Back inside Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. The Mattamy Athletic Center on the campus of Ryerson University, and women's quarterfinal action, the 2018 Players Championship through 3 ends. Jones leads Fujisawa 2-1. Jones with hammer here in 4. And a lot of strategy early on in this game with so many rocks in play, end after end.
Well, different so far really has been Team Jones' front end has been out curling Fujisawa's front end, and they've been chasing. Other than the first end. First end was a well-played end by both teams. But
Very true. I agree.
Another Pinty's update featuring the Olympic gold medalist. Here's another Olympic gold medalist, Kevin Martin.
Well, the Olympic gold medalist has been in a lot of trouble in this game. Team Sinclair are putting Team Hasselborg to the test here, and there's no double on the 2 yellow stones in the top of the house. So, once again, with hammer, Anna's got no choice but to try to outdraw 2 Team Sinclair stones. So her points have been difficult to get, and having trouble scoring the multiple point ends. Cleaning it into the 8-foot, so no problem, but once again, it's only for a single. That's a tie game with Team Sinclair having the hammer in 5.
Back to Sheet C, the featured matchup as play continues. Team Fujisawa, Team Jones. Last time we brought you a question on Twitter. Basically, it's this: with the team changes coming next season and the changes that come every quadrennial as teams reload for Olympic runs, is a dynasty these days in curling possible? Yes or no? Mike, you've had some time to think about this.
I'm not sure it's a yes or no question. I think part of it is, well, how do you define a dynasty? That's part of the issue. But if you look at a team like Jennifer Jones, 6 Scotties titles, 2 world championships, Olympic gold medal, they're somewhat of a dynasty. But it's just so hard to repeat that year after year. That's my definition of a dynasty, is doing it year after year. Brad Gushu's having a good couple of seasons. I think the short answer is yes. I think it's possible. Is it probable? Probably not. It just field's so deep. We're looking at this women's field. You got 6 teams from outside of Canada are here in the quarterfinals. What's your thought, Joan?
Eerily similar to yours. My first question was to define what a dynasty means as well. But of course, it's definitely possible. Definitely possible, and I think we do have some examples. especially if you say that the power is over, say, 3 years. We have seen some teams dominate over a 3-year period. As you said, Nicholas Edin, Brad Gushu, Jennifer Jones,
Colleen Jones,
Rachel Homan. There's a number of teams that had won everything in sight for 2 or 3 years at a time.
Kevin Martin, his team with for Vancouver. So yeah, it's possible.
Kevin, chime in here. How likely are dynasties these days?
I just appreciate the comment, you guys. Well, I don't think there certainly can be. There's no question if you get the right group together and you get the team chemistry proper. But boy, the shooting percentages of the good athletes these days is so high that to own the game, to be a dynasty, wow, you've got to be something special.
That was very vague. Thanks. I think the question is difficult to answer. It's not a yes or no question. That's the hardest part of that question.
I think he was coming down more on the side of no, though.
Just kidding, Kevin. Come on, he can take it. He's our last dynasty.
Oh my gosh. Nice draw here. Chinami, Yoshida, beautiful.
Nice. I almost think we play it this way and get them all.
Jennifer Jones with last rock is going to open up this front. It's a good call.
Trying to hold it.
Any roll at all. Any roll. That's good. Shot.
Okay.
Let's bring Kevin back in. He's going hard here. A Pinty's update, Kevin Martin.
I'll try to keep this one a little less vague for you guys.
I knew he was going to take a shot.
So it's an out-turn tap. You see the red stone at the top of the house and the yellow on the side? They've looked at it a whole lot of times to see, is this a tap for 2? Is it a tap for 1? So I think Silvana just thinks, you know what, let's make the tap for 2, or make the tap, hope it's for 2, and not just 1. She does make the out-turn tap, so that's great. They do measure, and Terranzoni guessed right. Was for 2. 3-2 now for Muirhead playing 5.
And that was perfectly clear.
Sorry, Kev.
Back here, Sheet C, featured matchup late in this end.
That was a wrist slapping.
See how it lines up? Red, red, red.
Well, Jones is in some trouble here with Caitlin not able to clear that front up.
Like across the top? What? Like across? I think so.
Can't we double them without going across the top? We might double, throw it into the pile, right?
Yeah, I don't mind throwing it into the pile.
Okay.
She always kind of has that out on the wings, the slash in. So Fujisawa has to be a little bit careful.
Gotta go. Whoa.
Oh,
Good, Caitlin. Nice shot.
It's better than it was.
good angles there.
That's good, that's great.
Yeah.
Really nice.
No, that's awesome.
Time to bail here a little for Fujisawa. Try to hit and roll
I was
under.
worried that the red might double down with 2 of them buried there.
So makes this shot, gets those rocks moving, but still some work to do. Satsuki Fujisawa is going to play the hit and roll, try to lie 2 and keep the pressure on Team Jones.
Yeah, the good news for Jennifer is the steal is going to be tough now, but certainly the force is still on. Fujisawa would love to roll right to the top of the forfeit, though.
Uh-oh. This is hanging.
Oh, no.
あーいいよあーごめん
Well, both teams have been caught a little bit on that straighter side. Last end it was
10だった
Team Jones got caught, and this time it was Fujisawa herself. But
That same 8-foot run that's on that side of the sheet.
it's a big miss. That's brings 3 into play now. Jennifer Jones goes top of the 4-foot.
Yeah.
Lies 2 buried. Turn around.
Okay. What am I thinking for speed? Be there 4-ish. Okay, so it's heavier than draw the button. Yeah. Just not carrying quite as good. Okay. It's all line, you guys. Like, we have to be crossing center. Like, I don't want to give her a double, right? So, like, you want to be same line as our rock.
Yeah.
Like this. Slide, you guys.
Hey,
Room. Weight's close. Top four.
Mine's fine if weight's good.
Got a curl. Dawn never.
Weight's good. Top 4.
Get a top 4.
Mine's good.
Hard.
Straight. Weight's good. Straight. Yep.
Hard.
Gotta be here.
Needs to curl, guys. Needs to curl. Hard.
Just dive.
Did they get second shot? I think they did. That was a good sweep to get it that far.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I was.
Pretty good. Anyway, it's not perfect, but there is a freeze available here for Fujisawa, but very difficult.
幅足りないいいぐらいかいいぐらいだと思う
And very
より
important.
かはまだここでも悪くないもんね
うん
OK フリーズで
Tsunami Yoshida just remembering her draw through the port in the second end that came in sideways. So have to get by that stone at the top of the 8-foot, or it's going to be 3 for Jones. So very, very tough shot here.
They're taking ice in the middle of the 12-foot, and it actually doesn't look like enough for a dead
I
freeze.
agree. It's minimum. Holding it out there nicely. Just got to get the line, got to get the weight right here.
Looks good.
Here it comes.
Well done.
We got second shot. Hold Jones to 2 at the most. That was great sweeping again.
Just diving towards the center line right now. So really nice job to get it by.
Jones immediately to that out-turn side for a draw for 2 here.
And taking the pass she just threw, she'll have a good idea. It's a few feet more.
Final stone, 4th end. Jennifer Jones trying to score this game's first deuce.
More than I want.
More. Okay, line's good.
It's heavy. Back 12.
I think it's too much.
No one's grabbing the curl. Trying to slow down. Just a few inches deep.
Another single point in this game. We head to a 4th end break. Jennifer Jones with a 3-1 lead over Satsuki Fujisawa. 1 game to none. Back inside the former Maple Leaf Gardens. And the 4th end break is concluded. 5th end to play now. Jones a 3-1 lead over Fujisawa.
A bit of a opportunity missed there by Jennifer Jones. The draw to the 4-foot for the second point might breathe a little new life into Team Fujisawa.
Well, considering how this game has been going, it feels like Jones should be way ahead, and they're only up 2 without the hammer. So I think if you're Team Fujisawa, you take that to heart and see if you can get 2, tie things up here with 3 ends to go.
Line's good.
Yeah, I do.
Broom. Whoa, Jill, whoa. Off. Beside that one. Off, Jill. Beside that one. Off.
Just stuff that other one.
Top in the red. Okay, yep, you can go. Yep.
It's not. It's
I know,
just
yes. Okay.
It's just to it.
Okay. Curl. Okay, good.
This was during the 4th end break. Show you sort of what Team Fujisawa was up to.
And that's Coach J.D. Lind coming in to talk with the girls. He's been a tremendous influence on this team with them when they got a world silver medal just a few seasons ago in Swift Current. Just a great relationship, a great curler himself out of Calgary, Alberta.
Another example of a Canadian coach doing really good things with an international team.
When it was one of our themes of the Olympics, Bruce, right, where we talked about how many Canadians were involved with other countries.
Saw a recent announcement. Peter Gallant is going to Switzerland. Going to be working with Team Tirinzoni.
Good for him.
So after spending his time with the Garlic Girls, winning a silver medal for Korea.
And another Canadian was there with their high performance program, Al Moore, for many years.
With the Swiss, yeah.
With the Swiss. I think retired now.
Okay, hard clean. Yep. Okay, good. Good job.
This game sits with a 3-1 score through 4.
Good shot.
Take you back to end number 1. Jennifer Jones.
Yeah, unlucky not to score 2 here. That was a measure.
Second end. Fujisawa, her last. Jones with a steal.
But a great shot to hold the steal to just 1.
Third end, Fujisawa. Make that the 4th now. This actually was end 4, yep. That was the shot that just got by that rock in the 8-foot. Jones with a chance to score 2, but only able to score 1. So 3 singles for Jones and 1 for Fujisawa. 3-1 score.
なしどっち？いやもうちょっと重たいわ。
ちょっと重たい？
センター入ったら
Like 3, 6, okay.
Is that top 8? Full 8? Yeah, top 8.
Good job.
Would you get on hers, Caitlin?
I just cleared it. I'm not sure. Sorry.
I think Jill's going to try to put another rock here in that top 8-foot,
Is that a little heavy?
right a 4-foot area.
Little heavy, I think.
Line's great.
Jill in her
Yeah.
penultimate event here with Team Jones. They'll play the Champions Cup as her last, and then she retires.
Gotta go. Keep going past the
Well,
guard. Gotta go,
Caitlin
gotta go,
Laws
go, go,
on
go,
Rock
go,
Talk with us
go,
earlier in
go,
the week
go,
said
go,
that
go, go,
Jill
tap in.
wasn't using the R word, the retirement word, but more of the stepping back, and that she would be involved with the team as a 5th player, as Jennifer Jones will repeat as Team
I know
Canada
it's
at the
curling,
Scotties
but
next year, that Jill would
but
be
I feel like
involved.
because it did the same thing over here.
Might
too.
even see her at a slam, which would be nice, but
I think she's, the good word is that she's taking a break, a much needed break.
I don't think you should ever use the R word in sports anymore.
no.
Right? There's always a way to stay attached. And,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Brett Favre coming back, I think, again.
Roger Clemens kept saying, "I'm done." Michael Jordan.
Kevin Martin. Just
He's coming back.
he's not here to defend himself.
We're spreading that rumor. Anyway, I like that.
Yellow push to the back of the 4.
Almost as good as that could have gotten, but opens up the
You can get to the
that red stone. Yes, that the
Just hack.
Caitlin Laws might be able to take a crack at this spot. Now, this is the tricky spot in the ice. If you get a little bit wide, it'll run straight.
Yeah, I agree.
But if she keeps her weight, that soft hack weight, it should curl. And once it starts to curl, you have to get on it because it might over curl. So tough shot here for Caitlin.
The only Canadian athlete ever to win back-to-back Olympic gold medals with her team in 2014 and with her partner, John Morris, in mixed doubles in 2018.
Maybe her bag looks heavy. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Trying to punch it through the hole now.
Yep.
Oh, good call, Jen.
Ooh, what a plan B.
A little fortunate.
Wasn't heavy.
Heads
Must
up.
be a ridge there or something.
They're figuring out that
There's a
piece
fine
of
line where,
ice.
like, it goes. Yeah. It was almost like I put my broom on it and it just stayed where it was, and then it floated a little bit, and then never did anything.
Yeah, it rode the line that that one hit did, but then inside
that it goes.
closer to center line it goes.
Yeah, there must be a little ridge there.
Yeah,
It was
because
a
that
good
wasn't
call by
heavy.
Jen.
It was good.
Good sweeping call.
Good heads up. And now Fujisawa is forced to make up some sort of play on these yellows on this side of the ice.
Good news is she makes a double here on the two on the right-hand side. There's a freeze available and or a come around. So still not giving up on that chance of scoring two here with the hammer. Definitely has to save the shooter here. Nice quiet weight hit. That's a good shot. Just building a little wall at the back. Hard to remove that red stone that was just thrown, and it's a dangerous spot.
Let's bring in Kevin Martin one more time here for another Pinty's update. Kevin.
Well, this is a tough situation for Eve. She can see about, maybe a third of this red rock or a good quarter. Feels that she can make the tap with back line, but of course, if this curls a bit too much and ticks the rock in the top 12, likely a steal of 3, or if it hangs, steal of 3. So they thought about drawing up to it. Nope, let's give it a go. So they are. And they're really trying to get it by the guard. This is getting extremely tight. And they get by. What a shot. A brave shot. So, 4-2 now. Team Muirhead in a great game over here.
Eve just looked around, saw what building she was in, knowing she's won 3 Players' Championships here. Said, what a great shot.
Then make her make something with this.
Yeah. And then you'll always have a draw.
It's funny how you have
If you ever
such
rub
good
those guards,
vibes
it's
in
really not
some
great for us.
venues.
I think this is a better call.
Okay.
True, but the other character trait there is Eve Muirhead's a player. She's just so competitive. I don't think there's an off button on that girl.
No, you're right. That was the only way to score.
Kind of wait. First? Yeah, pick it.
It's a dangerous stone here, as you pointed out, Mike, here, this top red one. It's difficult to remove, however.
Please, yep. Hard.
Trying to hold it straight.
Hard. Good.
And they get it through.
Well done.
Nice shot there by Caitlin.
Good.
Well, you mentioned gold medal with John Morris. John Morris is here in the building yesterday.
Wasn't
John
an
and
easy
Caitlin are throwing
draw.
out the first pitch on Monday night at the Jays game.
She runs it, and if she ever makes a run
Nice
double, then
honor
we're
for the two of them.
Fun.
A lot of pressure on that. And these days, you got to throw a good one, or else you're on every highlight show with it going over the catcher's head or
not. Did you see the one Team Schuster threw?
Yes,
the 5
that's
of
what
them?
I'm referring to.
Yeah, the 5 of them all threw at once, and it was interesting.
Yeah, pinball.
Look it up.
Kind of a disaster, actually.
It's a good thing they're curlers.
Shinami Yoshida has got a couple of yellow stones here that she can use as backing for this freeze.
Young woman spent the year 2010, living in Canada, learning English, learning a bit more about Canadian curling. Look at this thing bend in there.
Not bad.
So Jennifer Jones going to try to follow her down with a freeze of her own. Red is shot stone.
On the button. Okay.
Are we going right to it, eh?
Yeah. Let's make this 4-ish. See there 4? I got a 15-2 on that one. Yeah, I tapped it. Yeah, I know. But yeah. Mine's good. Mine only right now?
No.
Back
It's
8.
way out there. And it looks like it's moving.
This one?
Back 8.
No.
Never.
No.
Back 4. It's trying.
No, never, ever, ever.
We can wait as long as you want. We can wait.
It's
We can wait.
it's getting really
Stay
close.
with it.
No.
No, no, no. No. No, no, no.
Look at that curl.
Perfectly judged.
Not a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's good, Jen.
Good done. Nice shot.
Good eye on the sweepers there.
More than a beat there.
ねなんかこうちょっと狭くするできれば内側入りたいどっち行きたいかって感じ
It's a bit of separation there, though. Nice freeze here. Could set up 2 points.
まあ本当にちょっと動かすぐらい
Nudge that back a half a rock or so.
あ一緒でいいか
同じでいいかな。何と同じで。
There's just so much curl in this spot. You can easily get across the face.
これ
But they're going to need to manage this this freeze. Little tap.
ツナと同じ幅
つけばいい？
できればねちょっとタップしたいからツナと全く同じちょっとねさっきよりもちょっと重くなってるな
8かな。
1個2個は重いな
Just get anything in the button area here. Certainly the in-turn, if necessary, could be available for Fujisawa with draw weight as well. So
This has got to take the swing here to get to the face.
ちょっと早い。まだちょっと早い。
just
89だな。
walking over, but
ナイス。いいよ。
not bad.
12.8。
Looks like yellow is shot. If I was to venture a guess.
I agree.
Thinking out loud.
Two ways in there for
Yeah.
Does that do us anything?
Fujisawa.
いや
That's
で
the
も
good
曲がっては
news.
してたから
いや。何も置いてもよかった。Leave or anything?
No, I don't think so. Should just stay right
Like to
there.
have teammates like that always smiling. Be nice.
Pocket, but
What, you don't have
Even if
teammates
I
like that? That's always
Knows
smiling?
that it's like.
I mean in the
Bruce?
booth so
It
much.
counts.
Yeah, I mean the booth.
That
I'm
one.
on more on the ice.
Do you like that?
You guys are always
So
smiling.
middle of the rock. Okay.
Kevin, always smiling.
Until today.
Firm.
So playing a firm weight hit here.
Just like this.
A little bit dangerous. They're going to need to make sure that they get right to the face.
Close. Yep. Whoa! Whoa!
I actually think she can kick that across sideways. I'm not convinced it'll go far enough.
Rolls.
It's pretty good.
Still
Just-
line shot.
Is it? Yeah, yellow shot. Yeah, there is a shot for two.
Yes. Same shot.
I think I like that.
That was tough.
Yes, that was
I had it. Yeah, I felt too.
not so sure whether that was well advised.
Could come by the top one a little tighter, I suppose.
全く
Exactly the same shot. Move it 3 or 4 inches to get 2 points and tie this game up. You can imagine, even in this end, it's looked all Jones as well.
Okay.
同じでいいか、上と。
同じでいいと思うな。
Here's the final stone of this 5th end.
This is well out there. If the weight is perfect, it might curl enough, but this has to curl a mile.
Just more weight.
Yeah, the
Hence new, more line as well.
That's a steal.
One yellow?
Yes, indeed, that 1 yellow is the counter.
ちょっとね、あんまり曲がんなかった。何も良かったんだけど、だんだんストレートになったのかな。
Steal a 1 for Jones, a 4-1 lead through 5 ends of play.
Yeah.
Back inside Maple Leaf Gardens. 6th end to play. We had Jones, who had a great chance to score 2 in 4. Fujisawa had a lovely chance to score 2 in 5, but instead, Jones steals and leads 4-1.
Yeah, I'm going to hit him.
Yeah, that was one of the few opportunities that Fujisawa's had to get on the board. And as I said, you're playing a team that's won 25 games in a row. You cannot afford to make any mistakes. So down 4-1 now, 3 ends to play. Tall task
Just top 12.
to come back in this one.
Just top 12. Whoa, then. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good, John. That works. Good.
Sorry, what did you say? You thought similar. His head. Oh, similar.
The 5 rock rule coming into play here. Situation where Jones won't be able to hit, as we drew out earlier. The real difference is Team Fujisawa just has to start making some shots. They've been chasing every end.
I don't know if I kind of like guard. I like tight. Yeah, really tight.
I don't mind it in. Top 12.
Okay.
Line's good. Close, little late. Make sure you're tight. Where are you?
Tight. 4 feet.
Needs to finish here. You gotta switch.
Might get a bite.
You gotta switch. No, no, no. It needs to finish. Whoa.
All there. Whoa, it's all there.
Whoa. Yep. Real good, Jilly.
Good shot, Jill.
Good.
That one better than your second one.
Very nice shot.
Fujisawa can play a hit and roll.
Key here is saving the shooter.
These player comparisons brought to you by World Financial Group, helping families have better financial futures. You see, Mike, you mentioned this earlier, how Team Fujisawa has been chasing all game. You see the Jill officer has clearly outplayed her counterpart today.
Yes, that's definitely getting a jump at front end here.
That was a nice try there by Yumi.
I just like feeling this.
Look at that one in the house, eh? Is that really thin? I think it's super thin, yeah. Okay.
Well, gets a yellow, gets a red, peels the guard.
Left a double corner though, so Fujisawa will try to go around.
曲がる方。ね。いいよ。ちょっと待てそう。ライブ待てるよ。8、9、ライブちょっと待てるよ。待てるならずっと待ってたい。待ってたい。いいよ。後ろかな。
And this one looks like it has plenty. We know that there's a tremendous amount of curl over on this side. Slows down as it grabs some of that curl.
That red one's in the middle, right? Thick?
Thick half. Good.
Left guard, so chance now. Slight chance.
She threw one there a couple ends ago and it goes straight. Yeah.
Question is, what do you do now if you're Fujisawa? Do you split the rings or do you try to get another one underneath?
I like another one underneath.
Well, there's sheet E, a Pinty's update. Kevin Martin.
Well, we're talking about how well Team Sinclair is playing, and another terrific end play, just not giving Team Hasselborg any edge at all. And here's an in-turn takeout in the sixth end, the all-important even end for Team Sinclair to get 2 points. This is a huge shot to take a 2-point lead playing into the odd end seventh, and it does hang around. So that's 2 points. 4-2 lead now. Sinclair giving the Olympic champs all they can handle.
That from sheet E. Thank you, Kevin. On sheet C, we have a timeout here as Fujisawa wants to discuss the options.
Makes a run back, come around, and then take 2. Yeah, it's a good chance. Same shot.
どこベストだ。ついちゃっていいね。オッケー。弓と全く一緒だもん。
Anywhere in this area.
ああ、どこでもいいね。
So JD Lind with some very good advice, and that is you want to keep the chance of getting 3 still alive. So you come around that yellow guard again.
This is definitely a shot to get 3. Dangerous. Caitlin could make the run double on you, but it's a risk you have to take.
Right. It's getting late in the game, and you're down 3.
重たいところの感じで変わってないね。重たいところの感じで変わってない。いいよ。ステイさんの指。伸ばしがない感じするな。下幅あるな。指切る。
Line looks really good.
Let's go for a little bit of weight here.
Really sweeping this hard. Fujisawa joins in.
Just had to go a little deeper. Perfect line.
14半。あ、伸ばしがなかった。ああ。
Then 3/4.
3/4. Okay. Feel like here? Right. Caitlin. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, geez. Sorry, Caitlin. Hard to call that one.
Come on, Caitlin. Nice throw.
Nice throw, Caitlin.
Needed it to curl up just a little bit more.
Yeah, 8.5.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't gonna.
No.
Trying to come around again here. Short on the last. This one not short.
Yes. Chance to hit and lie 2 here now for Jones. Force.
Try to nose that back one, I think.
I like that.
Force a double. Starting to curl. Got to go to get by the guard.
Going as hard as they can, but it does not.
Just lightweight on that hit.
Well, chance to hit and lie 3.
Is it quiet? I think so.
And if you get a missed double, you're going to score, tie this game up again.
A little quiet, or?
No, I think so. もう黄色打っちゃダメかな。ねえ、これどうか。早い。
Even a nose hit's fine.
Yes, I agree.
あと2投だから、相手次ドローしてきそうな気がする。相手さ、ここに置いてくると思う。
Can't imagine Jones freezing if you roll over.
ダブル狙わせてダブル決まったとしても。
3 up.
Exactly. I think she's hitting scoreboard would dictate.
そうだね。そんな時間ないよ。そうだね。こっちすごいストレートだったとこだね。
ゆうみが11で投げてさ、ここにロールになった時と。
そっか。11?
You don't need to get too complicated with this. Just make sure you hit and stay for 3 to lie 3. Even if you give up a double, that's fine. Get 2.
Be a successful end. And their first deuce of the game.
普通に投げた11の蹴りでいつも通りのエクステンションだった。
This is inside. Didn't get to the broom.
And light. This is could be disaster here.
This is going to bang right back into her reds.
Yeah. Yeah, just not a well-thrown stone. Just never got outside that center line, and it was gone early.
Even if I took it, like we just took our.
Yeah.
Just wait, firm.
Yeah. So you have a catcher over here too, if you want.
So bullet dodged by Jones.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy.
Big sense of relief for Team Jones. Now just hitting to remove that single red stone.
Just make this. Just don't give the rock away, but I like a little bit more ice, yeah. You just need to make it go away.
Yeah,
just make this.
Just gonna throw peel weight at this.
Clean. I got it.
Oh, off. Oh,
Clean, yeah. Hard.
Yeah. Tough one, Jen. Tough one, Jen.
Thought that might have picked something. Big sudden movement.
Tough one, Jen.
And a blank now.
Tough one, Jen. Tough one, sorry.
Coming for Satsuki Fujisawa. It's a tricky blank. There's a rock that you can jam behind. Have to either hit it really thin or come across the face.
Might be an easier shot with the intern.
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely an easier shot with the intern, I would say.
Going after it with the out turn. Final stone here. The blank attempt for Fujisawa.
Looks good.
And there it is. No score. And a blank in 6. Jennifer Jones continues to lead the score here as we head to N7, 4-1.
Considering it picked.
Well, that was the Humpty Scramble action through 6 ends of play here in this matchup between Olympic bronze medalist Fujisawa of Japan and the recent and reigning world champion Jennifer Jones of Manitoba. 4-1 Jones play here in the 7th end. Fujisawa able to blank N6 and keep hammer here in 7.
It'll be a disappointing blank, though, for the Japanese team. They had a great opportunity there to score 2 or 3 points and let it slip away. Running out of time.
I think it's just T-line. Brim! It's a little light, isn't
This
it?
end setting up very similar to the last couple, with the corner guards being put up by Fujisawa.
Go.
And Team Jones coming to the middle with the lead.
Whoa, on this one, go. Nice shot, Joe. Go. Nice speed.
Hit and roll is the call here. Needs to stay. No, rolls out.
早い。まあ10点。
ちょっとあった。
Just a simple peel here for Jill.
Yep.
Yumi Suzuki trying to find a way to help her skip generate some offense here. N7.
Trying to get this buried. Took a long time to take the curl in that spot.
Anything, but
Still think we peel this.
okay. Is it pretty thin, like into the boards?
Yeah, it's half is probably still okay.
Okay.
Trying to avoid running this guard onto that stone that's just out of play.
You're good.
It's kind of right there. It's just
A few anxious moments there. Ran very straight, but mission accomplished.
It was there the whole way. Well, it was there the whole way, so like it looked like it was curling.
Danger of some sliding through the rings, but we'll leave a double here for Caitlin.
Update now, Muirhead, Tirinzoni, Kevin Martin in for the Pinty's updates.
Well, remember back in the fifth end, Eve had to make that incredibly tough out-turn bump. Well, now, 2 ends later, she has to go through that little port between the reds to bump again to make a single point. So it's been tough. Can this building be good to Eve one more time to get through this hole and bump that rock at the back of the forefoot? Look at this. Great shot. So it's a lead, 5-4, but I'll tell you what, the last 2 ends, Team Tirinzoni have been taking it to Team Muirhead.
We'll have Hammer there coming home as well. On our sheet, Caitlin Laws with the nice double. She was able to stick
I
around.
have options.
yeah. Nice shot.
Fit and wiggle through or pick and spin up. Sorry, I thought my peel was like, oh, we had that piece for a little while. So
But
like,
that was like Jill's playing that way.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like,
This is already curling onto the top yellow, so now looking for a freeze on it. Original call was the freeze on the shot stone.
It's a tricky stone to get out. There is definitely room to.
it's very hard to pick.
yeah. Or do we ever tap it? Is that dumb? Like this?
Yeah, I just unlock this and then I can hit it.
So that she
I can
can't
only
just
give up 2.
straight freeze, but
Yeah, I like that better actually.
or even if we just split it,
Even if I just
tap it
do
in the
that
open.
and I go here. So I think I want to play the intern. Jill threw this. It kind of, she had the, so it's over a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there.
Yeah.
Do you
I
like that?
Even if we just touch it a piece,
Yeah.
right?
So
got
even
it.
though that freeze
I just don't want a corner
over
freeze.
curled,
Like,
it's
I
not
gotta
a,
make
it's a
sure
tough
I
spot
tap
to get
it.
out.
Yeah.
So
Do you want
Jen's
hair
gonna
less or
Hair left.
move it over a little first and then hit it. I like this call.
I think we just tap. Just kind of lock it a little bit and then I can hit it on my next one.
My gut would
Through
be
the
to
shot,
try to
basically,
blast
Jill
it,
lines
try to
are,
pick
like,
it
pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Still that
on the
kind of
broom
yeah.
side.
There's definitely room to get it out of there.
What are you trying to throw here? Like
I think I just need back button. Like I just need to move it a foot.
T-line, little light.
Hard then. Hard line.
Yep. Top 4. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Whoa.
We don't have much weight.
Whoa.
Just rub off. Rub off. Shooter.
Yep.
Nice shot. Okay, that works.
Good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shot, Jen.
I think that would be light.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's an easier hit now
pretty
for
good.
Jen.
Time to取る
Get a
And
chunk out
if
is
you're
that light.
Fujisawa, you need to make some sort of double and roll away. Try to get 2.
200ぐらい
Stealing 1 is certainly a possibility. Stealing 2 is a tougher task.
I agree.
えっとは9半9半どっちかのダブルしたいじゃないシューターのしたい
Fujisawa looking to make a double here. Stick around.
But she stuffs it.
Net jam almost. But
I could hit it. I'll call a timeout.
yeah.
We'll call a timeout just to have a look at this.
If I pick it, what is she? It's a pretty tough double.
Yeah, it is.
She's got a triple actually. Yeah.
Not sure.
I mean, I could just draw here.
Even if we just come this way.
Yeah, that's true. And then if I rub off this, it's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's better.
Turn draw?
Well, it's pretty. I mean, I can pick this.
Yeah.
She'll have a triple for 2, which is fine. Like, I think we could force here.
Yeah.
Because I think as long as, even if I rub off here, as long as we're out counting this one, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty hard. We just have to out count that 3.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And we can come off this 5,
Yeah.
even if I dead freeze this 5, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, no, it would make catch.
I think speed's the same on
want to
the
roll
side
it.
too.
Yeah.
It's nothing better.
No,
a little bit
Yeah.
heavier fitting.
I think there.
Tap it and
There.
So I think the natural
Yeah.
call would be just to hit that red one,
Yeah.
but Jennifer's
Yeah.
concerned about this triple. Still only for 2 though. You know, you're up.
We hung it out there a bit.
You're up 4-1 at this moment, but I think sensing a chance maybe to put the game away here. If she doesn't throw, it's an extremely difficult 2 points as it is. And that's what she's seeing. The only explanation for not throwing ahead is that she doesn't see a shot for 2 right now. Not an easy one anyway. My first thought was a hit.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Up 3, 7th end. I'd like to get rid of one of the red stones. But we'll see how this works out.
The line's great here. It gets through the port.
Line's great.
Yep.
Okay, done.
Did she leave a nose on that yellow that she just threw? Can you get to nose?
What?
I don't think so.
で1点だね。
これ入るんじゃないこれ。
あ、そうか。何で
I think a shooter just rolled over far enough, otherwise there'd be a nose triple there. But
10半いいかなと。カールサイドだもんね。
might be just a hit on that stone at the top 4 foot. It'd be tough to save the shooter for 2.
Yeah, I think playing the 6, you're only going to get 1, and that's the red that's already in the biting the 4 foot underneath the P and Pinties.
All right, so here it is, final stone of this 7th end. Sweepers all over this.
Go!
Bump it back.
4-1.
Shooter spun out of the way.
So Fujisawa continues the trend of only 1s in this game through 7 ends. 4-2 Jones. Team Jones will have hammer coming home. One of our 2 teams in this matchup will be in that. You see that there is not a lot of time left here for Team Fujisawa.
Slight thinking time, though. She should be okay.
The good news for Fujisawa is there isn't really anything to think about. You're down 2 without last rock. You're going to freeze to everything.
Of course, Dawn made the perfect tick on her first, tapped it into the rings and rolled in. So
Not a lot of weight in. Good. Hey, girl. Good.
very nice.
Kevin Martin with the Pitties update from Sheet D.
Well, this is actually a nose hit for 3, but you see the red stone on the side 8 foot? Carrie Anderson on her last one, a great hitter, just had to hit it and didn't. Flashed it. And it didn't pick anything other than maybe a wrist. It did pick nothing off the ice. And quite amazing. So here it is, an in-turn hit for an amazing 3 to go an extra end. Sweepers just cleaning it up. And what an amazing turn of events here. So extra end on sheet D.
Yeah, I was glancing over there and didn't see anything going on. I just assumed that Anderson was going to win that one, but boy, oh boy. What a mess.
Easy, clean. Good. Shot. Nice shot, Don. Thanks.
Nice peel by Jill. I think that was an accurate statement that you made several ends ago, Mike, that the Dawn McEwen and Jill Officer outplaying their oppositions here. Suzuki and Yoshida really not being able to keep up with those two.
It's been the case through the years for many a front end that has faced Jennifer Jones' team.
True.
Lining up for the intern. Yeah.
Clean. Clean. Good, Julie.
Okay.
Nowhere to hide here, really. A couple of guards and don't expect Team Jones to provide the same opportunity that Team Anderson did to Nina Roth.
Final Pinty's update here. Sheet E, Kevin Martin.
Well, wide open middle. That's what Team Sinclair wanted the entire end, but there are 3 red stones in the house, so having to draw full 8 against the game. But nothing in the 4-foot area, so just needing nice weight here.
So test your nerves against the Olympic champs.
Absolutely. What a great opportunity to get to the semifinal against the champs. Throws this rock 14.36. Sweepers like that time a lot. Cleaning it right into the 4-foot circle. Really nice game by Team Sinclair all the way through. 5-3 final.
Team Sinclair off to a semi. Good run for them.
Fujisawa asking help from JD, but come around, hope for a jam, and then a miss.
この辺がいいのか。でも近いよりはね全然上手でいいよ。
場所は同じぐらいでいいのかい？場所っていうか高さはいいのかい？
そうだね。ちょっとでさ。
さっきよりセット大きいからプリン。いいよ。プリン。ウエイトいいよ。プリン。はいもういいよ。ラインはいいよ。ウエイトもいいよ。ラインもいいよ。ラインつけ。セットいいよ。ナイス。
でもさこれさ次入れちゃうとさオープンテークじゃない？最後に入れた方が。
Right here.
Caitlin Laws with the nice peel.
Good. So straight there.
No choice now for Fujisawa, but she's going to throw one more guard, looks like, and try to corner freeze. Not curling enough. This will leave an open hit now for Jennifer Jones to put this one out of reach.
Out of time and out of rocks is Fujisawa.
Just hit it out now.
Yeah.
Looking for win number 26 in a row.
Okay, done.
A team that has not lost since before the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
There it is.
And there it is. Jennifer Jones win number 26 straight. And a spot here in the semifinals. It was a tough game, a scrappy game by Fujisawa, who hung in. Low scoring, tons of rocks in play, and a score that does not reflect that, but a good win for Jones. 4-2 the final. Back shortly to wrap it up from Maple Leaf Gardens. A solid win for Team Jennifer Jones over Fujisawa of Japan. Jones continues on a almost unprecedented roll, 26 wins in a row. Here's Olympic gold medalist speaking with Olympic gold medalist Martin and Jones ringside.
Well, thanks a lot, Bruce. 26 straight wins. Congratulations on this game, but how much fun is it right now to curl?
It is so much fun. We've had just so much fun all year. It's just been a great year, making lots of shots, making lots of big games, and I just love playing with these girls. So it's kind of fun to end this team on a great winning note.
Now, through the entire game, Mike and Joan were talking about the front end, putting the other team in trouble. How much of an advantage is it when these guys are playing this well for the last 26 games?
Well, it's a huge advantage. It just lets us kind of set the tone of the game, and we like to have the rocks in play. So when our front end is playing well, and which they usually do, it makes it a lot easier on Caitlin and me.
Well, I'm talking about that. The sweeping between Jill and Dawn has been fantastic. Once again, Mike and Joan talking about it all game. What kind of an advantage with the variance of your shots with that strong a sweeping?
Yeah, and it's something that we've worked on a long time, and the girls are in fantastic shape, and sweep to the rock absolutely stops. So I couldn't ask for anything more, and I know if I rub a guard, it's probably my fault.
Thanks a lot. Good luck in the semis.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, Jennifer Jones through to those semis. Autographs being signed ringside by Team Jones, the world champions. Time now for the Zostavax shot of the game. We're going to take you right back to the very first end. Mike Harris, this was an attempt for two, but a pretty good shot as it turned out for one.
Right, one of the only times that we saw any pressure was put on Team Jones was by Team Japan in this first end. Jennifer Jones playing an angle raised, spectacular looking shot, but in a game of single points, this ended up only being for one, but that turned out to be our shot of the game, kind of set the tone for what we saw the next 7 ends.